Hello, 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 everyone. So I am on one of my alt accounts. This one is called the Moogles. I think I mentioned this previously, but it's a creature name from the Final Fantasy series. Um, no idea why I ended up picking the name. Most likely just because at the time I didn't really want to think too much, and when I was going through some of the things I thought were cool in some games, that's one of the things that popped up, and thus Moogles was born. Uh, yes, I think yes, one more, and then this one's guildfest is done, and then I only have three more. Why I decided to actually do all four this time, I don't know. Couldn't sleep, was bored. Thought, might help out the guild. I don't know if it'll help us enough to advance to a different tier, whatever the case is, but that's neither here nor there, so not really worried about that too much. Uh, yeah, so I'm building this one to be an ore hyper. And, it's not very far along. I basically just started it last week or something like that. So, still have a still have quite a ways to go to finish that off. This one is also building towards T4. So I've got the altar up to 15 now. And I do have some crystals. I also have some cups for the prison. And I do have some tomes sitting there for the battle hall. That's probably the biggest benefit of having this account that was already kind of maybe going towards T4 anyway, long term, and having this as a main. Because that one feeds some stuff over to my alt here, because it has gifting and everything. Gifting is actually one of the huge benefits, and I'm not quite sure why it looked. Okay, maybe that's why. But it looks like I had a gathering boost on, which would be useless because this one doesn't have enough troops to actually go gather. So, yeah, basically just waiting for this one's guild fest to be done, sheltering troops. Uh, I think, yeah, forging some or upgrading some gear. We can go look in here, over here. is the blighted vial for the familiars. So this will be the set that I'm making for when this account hits level 60. Be the firewall plate, bumble helm, the dragon talons, I did make this, but I don't know. Could go either way. I might pick something different or just stick with this. At the moment, I'm not 100%. But this is what I have for now. Then the Eternal Codex. Then I'm working on 2 scrolls. I did get this one with purple, and I had enough to get another one to blue, so that's gonna be the 2 accessories. And I have them made now because, I mean, I might as well. And I'll probably be going for an ambrosial cup. I think. I haven't fully decided, but I made it just in case I do go for it. And unlike my main account, I am gonna just go for one at a time if I do that. Basically, it has nothing for troops, like 57,000 troops with the leader. Basically, working on golding out the heroes it has. It actually doesn't have the greatest hero lineup right now. This one is going to gold. That just happened today. I'm not worried about what the might will be, etc. As far as if it's going to be a trap or not. I don't think I'll actually do this one as a trap. It might just be a T4 filler. But I do plan on actually using this one to build a bunch of troops and train some of our guys with attacking in the guild. Just so they can get the feel for actually attacking other castles with troops. Never hurts to learn, one way or the other. And I would rather have inexperienced people learn by not getting zeroed, because that can always be a pain, and it's never that fun. Makes you lose interest, which is never a good thing. So the research, I mean, it's got some work to go, but I'm working on getting everything to 9, which everything is fairly close, except these here. But once the other stuff gets up, then I'll do that. This here is all ready to go to 10. The main things are just waiting for the buildings, and it's not like a huge rush, but basically I'll get there when I get there with that. I'm working on some of the familiars. As I said, I don't care about the might, so I'm just not quite sure where I'm going to end up with this. I would like to push this account to get the pack 4 familiars, but it's a long ways off yet. I'm not that big of a fan to push another account. This one is basically just going up as I do stuff. It's basically my lazy account. Uh, and I mean, I got two others here as well. These two here that are gonna be basically just hypers for now. I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing with them. They could be like Moogles and end up being T4 accounts, but uh, I have no direct plans for them yet. Basically, they're just sitting collecting gems and from the trove. That's one thing that uh, people need to consider when they're building up to is one of the biggest reasons I'm not bringing these to 25, even though they could be a bit of a better hyper farms when they're at 25. I'm not too concerned about that because if I do decide to do anything major with them, starting it off before I hit level 25 will be more beneficial. Like if I'm gonna uh, do hell events for the Watcher medals and Chaos Dragon. I think it's Chaos Dragon. Chaos, whatever. For those two, for the medals, um, the hell events, the solo events, and the challenge events, they all are done by lower margin point rankings. So, like earlier today, um, I think it was this one here. Got first in a solo event. Got two gold jewel chests. So it's not like absolutely mind blowing, but every little bit helps, and that's the key to growing. There are some people who like to rush everything, but rushing is okay. But if you don't get the experience along the way, it's basically useless. You put yourself at a big disadvantage if you don't take the time to actually learn as you're going. That's why with sometimes like for my going up in this game for how long I've been around it, uh, being zeroed sucks, but that's how I learned to actually get past the true porting stage. And those times you do get zeroed, once you kind of learn that it's not the end of the world, you tend to move past it easier and you can grow a bit better. Um, and coming back from being zeroed, like with troop-wise and stuff, it's actually a lot easier because you're not as like depressed. You might need a little bit of a break after you be zeroed, but I mean, take a week or two, and it's nothing to actually get back to where you were, as long as you're doing it smart. Like for me, I kind of do things whenever, sometimes on my main account, but you can uh, like suggestions as you're playing the game. Slow growth is generally you're more concentrated on your research and that. You're not so much concentrated on your troops. You might have enough for a march or two for rallies and stuff, but nothing above that. And that's another thing with the infirmaries, so you can make sure you're actually holding the troops you have, even if you do get zeroed. But yeah, slow go your research and stuff. Constantly have that going. Um, work on getting your research gear so your research takes less time. Always a big plus. Save your speed ups if you can get into a bit of a decent guild. Even new players now, you can still get lucky and end up in like a 10 billion power guild. As long as the guild is like even 50% active, you're gonna get decent gifts. So as long as they're killing like level 2s and above, you're gonna be pretty much all golden for saving up your speed ups and stuff. And then when guildfest comes along, you'll have an easier time doing that because you'll have stuff saved up. For resources, uh, go for one of the hypers right away. And if you are slow rolling it and you're not really concerned about losing leaders, make farm accounts. Just log on them once a day. Just do a little bit here and there. Log off. Don't worry about anything really major with them. And funnel all the resources right to your main account. But if you're in a bit of a decent guild, you shouldn't have to worry about getting resources at all. Just make sure you show the guild that you are willing to put in the time and the work to do it. And that way, if you do need a little help, they're going to be more willing to help because they're going to see that you're willing to grow. Anyways, that's kind of my spiel for being on this account. Not an extravagant video, but I mean, any information is good information. Yeah, I already used up my attempts. This here too, whenever you start the game, get up as high as you can. You're getting these free gems, very important. Helps a lot to help you grow. Only use your gems for specific things. For troops, I would not recommend it if you're free to play. I mean, you can, but if you are going to do it while you're free to play, at least do it when you have like maybe 100,000 or a couple 100,000 saved, and then you can maybe blow 100,000 to train some troops up. Make sure you always keep your treasure trove going. The 30 days, unfortunately, is going to be your best value because of the percent that you get for like the basic interest, and then the bonus interest here. This is just a minor thing. Doesn't really have a lot put in anything, so it's only getting 33,687 as a payout after my or that's with the 17,100 investment. So it's not a lot, but it does help. Because the 30-day investment, you're basically getting double what you put in, or a little extra if you do the research and stuff to get that higher value. For your familiars, as you're building up, push for pack 3 as soon as you can. Those are where the bit better familiars are. Pack 4 is like atrocious to get to. It takes a lot to get there. But it is ideal because you have not gem, but jewel familiars. Uh, and another familiar that'll give oh, what the heck? Your highest tier troop. So if you do have T4, it'll give you X amount of T4 or T3 or T2 or whatever your highest troop is. But you do need to make sure your research is all caught up to where you need to be. Uh, if you're looking for like overall defense, you can. A lot of people say don't do it, but your defensive trees and your upgraded defense, you can do them. Uh, I don't know how beneficial they are for like traps or anything like that, but it doesn't hurt to have a little bit Uh, but don't focus on that. Only do that later on when you're kind of built satisfactory between your military tree and your economy tree. Get those two up first, because with those two and your pay buildings, that you need the war tomes and the handcuffs and the soul crystals, I think. Uh, those things will get you to T4. Do some of your monster research, at least two, and then some of this stuff to help you kill the twos easier. Uh, Gifts are always helpful, and you want to make sure that you're showing your guild that you're willing to put in the effort to help them too. You help them, they'll help you. But I think that's it for this video, and if possible, yes, this too. Always try and keep one or two in there to keep that going. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll be posting it, um, and it should be up tomorrow morning. So have a good day, take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.